referee by Deep South.
I believe Randy has opened up the forehead of my father now, using that steel cage.
Well, this is a tough, hard thing for any son to have to watch his father go through. I'm sure of that. However, you have to remember one thing. These men elect to follow this type of livelihood. They sign the contracts, and they're well aware of what they're stepping into.
You know, it's a different situation when you're watching a member of your family in there. You know, if it's just yourself, or I know in my case, if it was just myself, I wouldn't worry about it. You know, I would go in there just as my father was going in there.
And tempers are flaring a little now between Ranger Ross and Randy Rose. I expected something like this because they've had some hard-fought battles between themselves.
Randy Rose is always complaining about something anyway, and I think he's going to be falling on deaf ears complaining to Ranger Ross.
And he just caught a right hand from the assassin that draped him right on his back.
Here comes another one. Yeah. Ooh, and into the cage, and Rose is down. And now it looks as if the tide may turn in this battle. Rose is down. The assassin brings him up. Whoa, the patented headbutt. He's knocked a lot of good men out with that headbutt, I guarantee you. You got to give Rose credit. He's still conscious. Ooh.
He just drove that big right hand into Rose's forehead again. Or somewhere in the facial area. I didn't get a good shot of it.
A big boot to the head.
And now put the digits of that left hand and the digits of that right hand out of commission. That way he wouldn't be able to punch so hard, would he?
That's exactly right. I was just fixing to say, take away a little of that punching power and use that steel cage to your advantage. And the assassin knows how to do all of these things very, very well.
Nick, do you see who approaching the ringside, who I see approaching the ringside?
Well, I had a feeling, since he was paid to be an insurance policy, that he'd be somewhere around. However, he was not at ringside up to this point. Now, making a very obvious appearance at ringside, Randy Rose's 390-pound insurance policy, Big Bad Leroy Brown, and the assassin now opening up on Randy Rose, drives him into the cage. He's trapped between the ropes and the cage, and he's over there by Leroy Brown, and it looks like Leroy is trying to hand him something through the cage. He has. He has. Ranger's busy keeping my father. Look out. Look out. All right. All right. Ranger saw it coming and blocked it. He saw it coming and blocked it. Whatever it was fell to the ground.
What a right hand.
There you go. 3 count. There it is. All right. Your winner, the assassin. I tell you what, Randy Rose thought he was pretty smart there.
Well, I have to say the tactics. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, Nick. Leroy Brown has appropriated what appears to be a wrench or a tool from somewhere around the ringside.
It looked as if it come from the box of the ring crew.
That's right. They were getting ready to tear that cage down.
Leroy Brown now from behind, out of sight on the floor. He's attacked the assassin, Ranger Ross. He's out on the floor now to try and stop things. There you go. Ranger stops Leroy Brown. He's nailing from a... Oh, wait a second. Randy Rose now. He's on the scene. Oh, he gloms Ranger Ross from behind. The assassin is down. Now it's Brown and Rose on Ranger Ross. Double teaming Ranger Ross. Their little plan backfired, but now...
We have some of the other wrestlers who are obviously watching a monitor in the background and now headed for the ringside.
Thank goodness.
And they're restoring order. Leroy Brown still trying to get a rope around the neck of the assassin, being restrained by the referee.
I tell you what, Rock, I've got to get down to ringside and make sure how my father's doing right now.
Yes, I think you should. Now, Randy Rose is slamming Ranger Ross across the rail of the restraining rail around the ring. And now Nick Patrick has left left the table. He's going down to see about the condition of his father, the assassin, and also Ranger Ross. Randy Rose slammed Ranger Ross across not the apron of the ring, but the railing that surrounds the ring. And Ranger Ross is still down. He served as the special referee in this match, and now Randy Rose is being assisted toward the dressing room by Bad Leroy Brown, his insurance policy. And now Nick Patrick is helping the assassin out toward the other side, toward the other dressing room. And here comes Ranger Ross, also with assistance. So although the assassin did gain a victory, I have to say that it was a heavy price, because he and Ranger Ross both have to be assisted from the ringside at this point.